Hello and welcome to this new episode of this series on my YouTube channel. My name is Andres Lasso. I'm from Peru, South America. I am 31 years of age, and this is my personal attempt to build the Royal Palace of Pardo, which is a real-life historical building which still exists so far in Spain, Europe. The reason why I do this is because I find this sort of buildings very interesting. By doing so, I learn history, and in this case, architecture history. And at the same time, I can make, I think, interesting YouTube content to you all. This is the episode 14 of this series, and now I am going to show you what I have done so far. But before going on, let me change the view mode in order to let you see in a better way. Alright, what you're seeing right now, it's what I have done so far. I have been trying to build this building to be in creative mode. Doing this in survival mode in Minecraft will be much more difficult. That's why I'm doing this in creative mode in this game Minecraft. Um, Up to the last episode, I talked about some things about this part of the palace. I talked about the columns and column joints. I also said that this building process takes certain time because it's very well for me. It takes or it's difficult to do all these features of columns and column joints because I have to figure it out. Uh, in a precise way where the columns will be located. The columns and column joints are symbolic way of trying to repeat what buildings are in real life. Well, if you see a building in real life, the very first things that you will see are the columns and column joints, for example, in a very tall building. But in this, wait a second. But in this game, I do this symbolic imitation of the columns and column joints because of a matter of order. With these features, I can know more or less how big the inner spaces, in this case the rooms, will be, and also, for example, this will be a yard of the palace. Um, One of the things which I think is very interesting to say so far is that the columns are located almost in every corner of rooms. For example, here we have a column which is in the corner of this room and also the corner of this other room and so on. Actually, in this part of the palace, which is this yard, the columns are only located in these corners of the yard. But on the other hand, we have, for example, in this other part, we have columns which are located in the corners of these rooms, here, here, and so on. This is a matter of building, and well, the reason is because what I have said. It's a matter of order, and to give me an idea of how inner rooms will be. This space or this part of the palace is almost exactly the same as this other part of the palace. Actually, up to the last episode, I only made columns and column joints to this part. But now here we have other parts, the other part of the palace, which also have these features. Mm, Another thing that I would like to say is that the palace will only have two floors. That's why the top height will be up to here, but the corners of the palace, which are these towers, will have four floors. Actually, the towers are over 5 blocks, Minecraft blocks of difference, here and here. Hmm? And this feature repeats in every corner, or corner, uh, every tower corner. Um, well, what I can also say is that this building process will be taking a certain time. As you can see, everything is taking place. But well, I have to do all this in a very accurate way in order to have a good product, mm, which I hope uh, that it is very interesting to you all. Um, I also said in previous episode that this palace will have 3 yards. This one, and the other one. Wait a second, please. I made the day. I made this Minecraft day have daylight. Alright, so another thing that I would like to say beside these features of the yards, this one, the 3 yards, this one, and the other one, is that uh, well, I already talked about the inner rooms, the inner spaces, but I was going to talk about another thing. Um, well, I forgot. I will be talking about this thing which I have just forgot in the next episode. Well, that I think that this will be all for this episode. I hope that you really enjoy all this video, and of course, you are all invited to send me comments in this video or send me comments in other videos on my YouTube channel. I will kindly answer them as much or as soon as possible to me. I hope that you are really fine. I hope that you are all finding very. I hope that you are all finding this YouTube content very interesting, and of course, I enjoy doing this. And without anything else to say, I will say my goodbye words. Thank you very much for your interest in this series on my YouTube channel. I hope that you have a good day and goodbye.